Okay, hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Sorry that I didn't go live last week. Actually, I was without internet where I were. So I am online. I hope I am online today. It looks like it's live. Okay, anyway, hopefully somebody will join us today. It's a very hot summer over here. Um, I wanted to talk last week. Wanted to talk about fear in network marketing and how to deal with the fear. Um, Actually, fear is I think fear is a very good thing because it can tell you where there is some issue. So when, for example, it's a very good thing when you are in the middle of woods and there are wolves, walking around. Of course, it's very good to experience fear because it will warn you, like, come on, you have to, take care of yourself or do something or run or something. But when we sitting at home or doing presentations or we supposed to do a phone call, there is not such a terrible threat, but still this fear can stop us from doing those things. And in everything what you do in life, you need certain introspection. So fear is kind of a red flag or a message to you that if you experience fear, that there is something you should think about and analyze and dive deep into it. Because if you if you experience fear and you don't know why, first of all, then that's a big problem because you can never get rid of it. But if you, for example, have a fear of money or success, then it's impossible to find solution in business if you don't go into that fear and if you don't find what's the background of that fear. I can see people joining in, and I don't know if you can hear me, but hopefully yes. I will appreciate if you can send me message in comments. Um, so basically, there are many different the reasons why people are afraid to do things in network marketing, like fear of what people will think about me, not being good enough, not having enough information to share with other people. Like a lot of people will study everything for years before they go and tell others about the business or certain products. Fear of selling, it's a very common fear that people don't want to be the bad guys that will take the money from people. So it's complete misconception of what selling really is. Fear of failure is also very popular. Like it didn't even happen, and we are already afraid that it will not happen. But what is actually happening in that situation is that we are blocking all the good energies and everything good to happen in order to have a different outcome. So if we believe that nothing will work, and if we believe that nothing really worked for us in the past, then we actually it's like the fulfilling prophecy for ourselves that yes, that this is how we are. It didn't work for me in the past, then it will not work for me in the future. But it's complete misconception of who we are right now, and I want you to really listen to this and believe it. What I'm telling you is that right now, as you are, with everything what you know and everything what you do, you are absolutely perfect. You don't need any change. If you go and tell anyone about your business, you will do it in the best possible way as you can at this situation. I'm not telling that you cannot do it better tomorrow, but if you are not doing it today, tomorrow never comes. So, experiencing fear is a moment where you should really start analyzing what's going on with, with myself, with the thing I'm afraid of. And fear comes from ego. So the ego wants us to believe that we are not good enough. The ego wants us to believe that we are not worthy. And we should, in many philosophies and religion, they talk about ego, that it's, the opposite of the divine's thing. So if you are connected to God, you understand that you are perfect, that you are guided by the highest, energy. And some people, can do that. Some people need more materialistic explanation. So I will try to tell you two approaches, right? Actually, one really materialistic and one more spiritual approach. So the materialistic approach is like, try to really understand why you have this fear, no matter what it is. If it's related to your business or any situation in life, and you feel that you are afraid of something, some event, or afraid to say something, afraid to do something, really think about it. Why are you afraid of it? Now, what can really help you to play the situation in advance, before it happens, before, for example, you go for to do the presentation and you screw up. So try to play the situation, and maybe you are afraid that you will screw up, but that's not enough. Try to find the reason why you are afraid of it, that the person will think, okay, he's not good, she's not good, or you are afraid that you don't have enough information about the products and you didn't really perform well. What is the actual reason why you are afraid? Because feeling the general fear is not really concrete, and you cannot really do anything about it. But if you know, for example, you find the resource you need to fight that fear. Hi, Monica. Good to see you from Canada. So if you understand what is the reason that is stopping you from doing the action, for example, I don't know enough about this product, then this is the resource which you need, and you just go and study the product. You read everything about the product, so you feel more comfortable. When people will ask you questions about the product, you know the answers. Okay, so with everything, with no matter what it is, if it's that you would feel that you are stupid, or you don't know how to talk on stage, or you're afraid of doing public speeches, which, by the way, is the biggest fear of all people. So what is it, and what is the resource you need to overcome it? So with the public speaking, the resource is to learn about public speaking. Try to read some books, listen to some videos, listen to some coaches. But at the end of the day, you will find out that most of these fears are really ridiculous. It's just in your head. It's not real. Most of these fears are not real, because even if you do if you do it in the worst possible scenario, then you go and ask these people that were listening to your performance or the presentation or phone call, and if you ask them, so how was this person on the presentation, they would tell you, yeah, it was pretty good, I really liked it. And in this person's head, it will look like complete disaster. So in most cases, these fears are just in our heads. When we were talking about this last week with my wife, she said, well, it's like in Alice in Wonderland, where uh, of course the queen, the red queen was trying to scare the Alice. I don't know the story exactly, but then she said, "Well, why I'm, in such a fear? Because the whole world of yours is just a deck of cards." So though it's very similar to our lives. We believe in what we hear and what we see and what people are telling us. I'm not talking about the television. Of course, it's nonsense. So when you believe, something from outside more than your inner guidance, your inner, you know, mm, inner guidance, then you just go inside and find what is the reason why you are afraid of that. And in many cases, you will just find out that it's not yours. It's not your fear. It's not. There is no reason for that fear. And then, as I said, when you find the resource, this resource will give you in this material world the resource, like reading the book on that topic or studying the information about the product, will give you the confidence which will help you to overcome that fear. So that's the material part. And then more spiritual part is when you spend such a long time of playing all the negative scenarios in your head, and we all do it. Uh, this will not work, and you playing this story and again and again in your mind. Instead of that, you just play the story as you want it. So it will take you exactly the same amount of time. It will maybe take less energy because focusing on positive things, I believe that it's very well supported from above. So you don't need to put the negative energy, and you don't need to struggle when you imagine the worst case scenario. But instead of that, you just switch your imagination to the best case scenario, the absolutely the best what can happen. So if you are afraid that you don't know something about the product and that you will look like real stupid in front of this person, then just imagine the best ever performance. You said everything about the product. You said everything what you knew at that time about the product. You explained everything. The person had very good conversation with you. The person feel very good. That you care. That you asked them a lot of questions about their life, about their stuff, why they are looking for a business opportunity, and they can see you as a very caring person. And finally, you can even get to the point where these people will not be so much interested in learning more about the products, but they will be very excited about finding out that you are such a nice person, that they can trust you, and then that you can help them to learn more about business opportunity which can literally change their life. So in many cases, the things what are going on in your head are not really real. I had many people that would ask me about the compensation plan, about such a details. They were so detail oriented. uh, People asking so much details about products, and many of them, they would join my team. They would become a member of my team without explaining them all these details. So sometimes these small details are, I'm not saying that are small, maybe not small, but for somebody it's such a small detail. If you know that the product works this way, it's such a small detail. What is the ingredient of the product? People don't care about the ingredient and about the technology and stuff. They care about what it does for me, period. What this product does for me. If you can tell, if you can say, this product does this, the second product does that, and you can explain every single product within one sentence or one even one word. That's perfect, and I think it's good enough. And of course you can become better. You can always get better. You can learn more. But as I always suggest, use third party. So don't the business, the success of the business shouldn't depend just on you. You should depend on third party. So doctors' videos, your upline's videos, your upline's Facebook page, some corporate resources, not you. You should not be the main part of the story, because if you are the main component of your success, then you need exactly the same for all your downline. So everybody in your downline should be perfect. Of course, it will never happen. So um, I guess I wanted to finish this with just wrapping up that fear is not yours. In many cases, it's not yours. It's not because of who you are, because you are perfect. It really can help you. You can use fear in a very positive and creative way, because fear, if you let fear make you, if you base your decisions on fear, you can start doing crazy decisions, which you can, in the future you can regret, because you are under stress. You are, you feel the fear, and you do some decision somewhere inside, that it's not good decision, but you do it anyway because of fear. So fear is not a good you know environment to do any decisions, or to base your decisions on fear. But you can use fear in a very creative way, and use fear in a positive way, because it can tell you, okay, this is where I'm experiencing fear, so this is where I have to really think about what's going on. And you go inside and you think about yourself, what is the fear, why are you afraid of this? And if it's, about the presentations and stuff, you can find the resource you need to get better, and then, feel more confident, and just, enjoy life, because it doesn't make sense to live all your life in fear. It's better to understand that you are, awesome, you are fantastic, you are not afraid of doing mistakes, because mistakes are great. That's again a beautiful way how you can learn stuff much faster. If you are not doing any mistakes and you think you are perfect, then there is no room for change or for development. So yeah, that's probably all I wanted to say about fear. If you have any comments, I would really appreciate it, and looking forward to talk to you again, hopefully next week if it works. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye bye.